Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. 21st century herbalist with a difference. At your service again today. In my last masterclass, we discussed cancer generally. In this masterclass, we will be looking at types of cancer. On our list, we are starting with cancer of the breast cancer, as the case may be. Talking about cancer of the breast, at what point do they declare your breast cancerous? How do you know that these two breasts of yours is cancerous? Trust me, people think cancer of the breast only occurs or happens to women, but with experience, we've seen that cancer of the breast do happen to men too. The sign and symptoms as that of a woman is different from that of a man. We are going to get there. Now, signs and symptoms of cancer of the breast when it comes to women. First, I would like to talk about the lumps. You notice this solid stuff that you really might not be able to describe, that just put themselves together in your breast unnecessarily, and then sometimes you might be able to quantify it, sometimes you might not be able to quantify it. Like today they might be together, tomorrow it might be separated. I'm talking about the lumps now. Then I'm going to be talking about the discharge that comes from the breast. It is usually reddish in color. You will feel like it has some blood in it. Then the shape and size of the breast when it becomes cancerous is totally different. If the cancer of the breast affects that of the left side breast, the size of the breast on this left side might be different from this one on the right side. That is another one. Another thing to look out for is the shape and size of the nipple. It could be reverted, and then it might be swollen, and then it might have very, 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 very rough face. You see? And then when all these discharges are coming out, it might be painful. For breast cancer in men, you feel pain around your nipple. You feel a very solid amount of lumps gathered. That of men is usually rare, but I have seen more than 6 people with breast cancer that are men. So our men need to watch out for what they eat, how they live, to avoid such occurrence. Breast cancer this, breast cancer that. I'm going to actually talk about how best one can prevent it. This way, we are likely to be one step ahead of the trend called breast cancer. First on my list, I'm going to advise women should breastfeed as much as they can. When you breastfeed as much as you can, you keep the breast busy. You encourage cells not to be idle. They do not have any reason to accommodate unwanted growth. So when you breastfeed as much as you can, you are likely not to experience cancer of the breast. Second of it all, maintain a healthy weight. If you are 25, if you are 30, your weight shouldn't be more than 40 to 50 kg. The moment you have more than 80, for example, 90, for example, it becomes worrisome. When you have excessive weight in the body system, it means that your body is prone to any kind of attack, any kind of parasite. It means you have more than enough of stuff you need to keep the body going. So parasites are welcome, and those are cancerous cells. Those are prospective cancerous cells. So if you keep a healthy weight, you breastfeed as you should, you engage in active exercise, you do not live a sedentary life, you move here, you move there, you eat calories, you burn them adequately, you do not store them, you might be cancer free. Another way to prevent cancer of the breast is for ladies or women to visit doctors and expose their breast to mammogram. You see, this is like an X-ray kind of machine that tells us exactly what is going on in the breast. If there are lumps, if there are no lumps, if there are cells that are unwanted, if there are no cells that are unwanted. So periodically, once in 3 months, once in 6 months, ladies, women should visit a doctor to actually check with the help of mammogram to show what exactly is going on in their breast. This is another way to prevent cancer. The conclusive part of how to prevent breast cancer, for me, boils down to what we eat, what we drink, how we eat them, and how we drink them. You understand? If you eat healthy, you drink enough of water, and you stay away from too much of salt intake, you stay away from too much of sugar intake, you stay away from alcohol, you stay away from cigarette or any kind of substance that could be smoked. If you stay away from all of those things, you might be one step away from breast cancer. If you have breast cancer, that is not the end of the world. The worst thing has been done already. That means you have it. Trust me, if breast cancer, you are able to discover it at a very early stage, there is 98% chance that you will escape it, at least from an herbal therapy point of view. So you need to be highly observant of your body, your chemical reactions, your body system, such that if there is a new occurrence that you are observing as far as your breast is concerned, you reach out right on time so that one can know what direction one needs to approach. So if you are at the early stage and you have breast cancer, you need to step forward, you need to approach us here at the 50 Ways Limited. There are a lot of things we could do that you will not need to go through chemotherapy, and then you will still be fine, you will still be okay. All right, if you have breast cancer and then the breast is becoming too big and all of that, you still see us. We will consult for you, and then we think you will be fine. At least we might be able to manage it together. That is if it has gotten to the stage of malignancy. But if it is at the early stage, reach out to us. I think we have something we can do for you. Thank you for joining my masterclass. See you in the next masterclass.